All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are going to unpack a seriously powerful cognitive bias, one that can literally make or break your brand, the halo effect. So here's the game plan. We're going to start with the basic definition, then we'll explore exactly how it influences people, and by the time we're done, you're going to have a complete blueprint to put this incredible concept to work.
First things first, let's get to the absolute core of this idea. Where did it even come from? And what does it really mean for us?
Okay, so here's the crucial point, and it's a big one. When you can establish just one key benefit, or even a single high-quality interaction, your customers' brains basically take a shortcut. They become psychologically predisposed to see you positively, everywhere else. It's a powerful mental shortcut, and we're going to learn how to use it.
This quote from Brian Tracy just hits the nail on the head. It really gets to the heart of it. In your customer's mind, there is no such thing as neutral ground. Every single interaction is either polishing your halo or it's tarnishing it.
So how does this all actually work? How does it play out in the real world? Let's break down the three main halos of influence you're going to come across in business.
First up is the halo of appearance. Think about it. When a representative is well-dressed, really polished, the customer's brain just connects the dots. It unconsciously assumes, hey, this person must work for an excellent company that sells an excellent product. Your visual presence literally becomes a stand-in for your quality.
And this number, wow, it just drives the point home, doesn't it? Since our clothes cover about 95% of our body, they have this completely outsized, disproportionate impact on that first impression. For those first few critical moments, you really are what you wear.
Second, there's the preparation halo. Now, being on time, having a really crisp, logical presentation, these things aren't just, professional courtesies. They send a powerful signal. They tell the customer that your company and your service are going to be just as organized and dependable. This builds trust before you even get to your main pitch.
And third, we've got the one-word spillover. And let me tell you, this is absolutely huge in branding. Just think about Volvo. For decades, they have completely owned the word safety. That one single attribute creates this incredible halo that automatically implies superior engineering and thoughtful design across the entire car.
Okay, so now let's pull all these threads together. This next slide, this is where the theory really meets strategy. We're going to connect these psychological tactics directly to your business's bottom line.
Now this matrix, this is the real heart of the strategy. Let's just walk through it real quick. A simple tactical input like elite grooming creates a psychological halo of professionalism. And what's the business outcome? Well, it can lead to reduced price sensitivity. Or look at high-end packaging. It screams craftsmanship, and that allows you to achieve premium positioning. You see? Each row is a straight line from a perception you manage to real-world business value.
All right, so now that the strategy is clear, let's look at how to actually apply it the right way, and maybe even more importantly, what pitfalls will completely destroy all your hard work.
First, you have to find what some consultants call your flowering cherry tree. It's that one beautiful, emotionally resonant feature that grabs all the attention and makes people forgive other little flaws. You lead with that. Then, you audit every single detail for professionalism. You position yourself as a trusted advisor to build that halo of integrity. And finally, you use social proof as a catalyst to create a feeling of safety and correctness around your brand. So, here is the absolute non-negotiable rule. The halo effect has to be built on a foundation of truth. I mean it. If your product is flawed or your company culture is toxic, then a polished exterior is just, it's lipstick on a pig. And believe me, in this age of social media, that facade will crumble and the negative backlash will be 10 times worse.
If you want a masterclass in how to do this right, look at Nike with their Colin Kaepernick campaign. They weren't talking about shoe features, were they? No. They associated their brand with a bold social value, courage. And this created this incredibly powerful halo, making people feel like their products were symbolically superior, no matter what they were actually made of.
All right, we're in the home stretch now. Let's get to our final section, your implementation blueprint. This is how you can start building your own halo, starting today. Here it is, your 4-point blueprint. First, define your core promise. What is the one word, the single word you want to own in your customer's mind? Second, dress the part. Every single asset, from your website to your emails to your business cards, has to align with that promise. Third, you have to sequence your message. You've got to build credibility and trust before you try to differentiate yourself. And finally, you have to protect that halo relentlessly, because one misstep can shatter the whole thing.
Please remember this.
You are not just competing on features or price. You are competing for a very specific, very positive perception in the customer's mind. And the person who wins that battle wins the market. It's that simple.
Ultimately, when you boil it all down, what is the halo you're creating? It's just a proxy for trust. It's the visual, the emotional proof that you are a reliable, high-quality choice. And without that fundamental trust, all of these tactics, they're completely meaningless. They just turn to dust.
In his last quote from Rory Sutherland, it just brilliantly illustrates the final takeaway. Mastering perception isn't superficial, it's deeply strategic. By carefully, thoughtfully managing the halo effect, you are creating real, tangible value that can be every bit as powerful as anything built in a factory.